Hey everyone, Benson here, Performance Capability. Thanks for tuning into the channel today. So let me ask you this question. The power of owning your flaws before you fix them. That's what we're going to be talking about today. So here's the question. What flaw do you keep hiding because you think it makes you weak? See, leaders don't earn respect by pretending to be flawless. They earn it by owning their flaws, then transforming them into fuel, into a forward motion. The flaw you hide controls you. The flaw you own empowers you. So what flaw could actually become your advantage if you choose to own it today? Let's find out in this video. Let's run the intro. So let me be open and direct with you about something that you can't sidestep. Do you spend more time trying to hide your flaws, polishing them, disguising them, or do you spend time actually owning them and turning them into fuel? See, here's the truth. You can't fix what you will not own. There's power in standing tall and admitting, yes, I'm impatient, or yes, I miss details, or, I need some help in some areas. Because when you own it, you start to control it. When you deny it, it starts to control you. And the longer you deny it, the more it dictates your life and your ultimate destiny. See, owning your flaws isn't weakness. It's the first flex of real strength. So let me share with you this example, this story. Ray Dalio, the billionaire investor behind Bridgewater Associates, Dalio built his company on a culture of what he calls radical transparency. He made a rule. Everyone had to own their mistakes publicly, including him. In one meeting, after losing millions and millions on a bad call, he stood up and said, "That was my mistake. Here's what I missed. Here's the problem that I created. Here's what I learned. No excuses, no cover-ups." Now, do you know what happened? His credibility didn't just rise, it skyrocketed. His team trusted him even more than before, and his influence deepened. Why? Because people don't follow leaders who posture and fake perfection. They rally behind leaders who courageously own their flaws, extract the lessons, and then make the effort to fix them. See, imagine a sculptor chiseling a block of marble. Every strike of the hammer, every chip that falls exposes what looks like imperfection. Yet those flaws, once revealed, accepted, and deliberately shaped, become the defining lines and the curves of the masterpiece itself. Your flaws aren't barriers to greatness. They're the raw material of it, but only if you own them. There's a story of Abraham Lincoln. He was once called the ugliest man in politics. His opponents mocked his appearance relentlessly. Instead of denying it, Lincoln turned it into humor. Once, during a debate, a heckler shouted, "You're two-faced." Lincoln shot back, "If I had another face, do you think I'd be wearing this one?" Kind of a funny self-depreciating humor, but he knew his flaws, he knew his critics, and they started to endear themselves to him because he was honest. He took that situation and turned it into his reputation. What others used to attack him became his power. His relatability was his enduring legacy. See, what flaw are you hiding right now? It could be personal, it could be professional, it might be a private one. That if you stood up, named it, owned it with courage, you could unlock your freedom and fuel literally your next breakthrough. What part of yourself are you exhausting energy covering up, hiding behind maybe masked excuses or overcompensation, instead of redirecting that same energy into growth, creation, and impact? What ripple effect would it create if your team saw you own your mistakes with courage instead of denying them? How would it shift trust, maybe culture and performance overnight? Leaders need to understand this to really make a difference in their impact with their people. See, what you hide enslaves you because secrecy creates chains that tighten the longer you carry them. What you own empowers you because ownership turns flaws into lessons, mistakes into momentum, and setbacks literally into strategy. Ownership is the birthplace of transformation. It's the seed from which confidence, credibility, and lasting change always grows. So let me give you 3 principles of ownership. Principle number 1, own it early. Don't wait until a flaw grows into a full crisis. The earlier that you admit it, the easier and faster it is to course correct, to learn to move forward with strength and clarity. Own it openly, speak it out loud, bring it into the light, and let others see you and acknowledge it. Because openness breeds trust and creates the space of collective strength. And number 3, own it completely. Don't just acknowledge the parts that are easy and socially acceptable. Embrace the whole flaw, even the parts that sting, because full ownership is what transforms blind spots literally into breakthroughs. So here's the thing, flaws are not cracks in your armor. They are the forge marks of your humanity. The heat and hammer impressions that prove you've been tested, tempered, and prepared for strength, far beyond surface polish. To deny them is to deny your very material, the raw stone with which greatness is always carved. See, to own them is to shape your own masterpiece, using every imperfection as a contour that gives depth, strength, and distinction to ultimately who you become. When you own your flaws, you write the manual to fix them, because acknowledgement becomes instruction, and every admission becomes a blueprint for the solution that ultimately you need. Hiding drains energy. Owning it unleashes it. Flaws owned are flaws literally disarmed. See, you don't lose credibility by owning flaws. You lose it by hiding them. See, here's what I want you to do today. I want you to get a pen and a piece of paper out, and I want you to write down one flaw that you've been hiding from your team, maybe from your family, maybe from everyone else, and instead of masking it, I want you to speak it. I want you to open it. I want you to own it, and own it out loud, because the second you own it, the power dynamic shifts. You're no longer the prisoner of that flaw, you're the master of it. And that's the first step towards fixing it, towards owning it. Remember, perfection isn't what inspires people. Authenticity is what inspires people. Own your flaws, fix them. That's where your real power lies. I hope you got some value out of this message today. This is Ben Benson from performancecapability.com and bensonspeaks.com. And just before I finish, I want to share with you a little booklet that I want to give to you. If you want a copy of it, it's called The Art of Strategic Intention. It is a book outlining high performance in business, leadership, sports, and life. 9 rules for effectiveness. The 9 rules include the law of deep desire, the illusion of free will, the power of controlled obsession. Number 4 is the strategic nature of self-interest, the seduction of comfort, and the alchemy of reinvention. Number 7 is the art of the long game. The currency of influence is number 8, and then the psychology of attraction and repulsion. And there's also some bonus ones at the back. But if you want a copy of that, you can go to performancecapability.com and download it for free as a digital copy. If you want to get a physical copy, you can do that at bensonspeaks.com. Some great information in there. If you're serious about your own development, you're serious about your personal development, then certainly you can have a look at that in your own time. But until next time, thanks very much. Like and subscribe. And if you can think of someone that would benefit from this video, please forward it to them. Until next time, I'll see you. Thanks.